We're live. Morning, everybody. It's so good to connect with you again. I've learned something that's very amazing over the years that I've been helping people. I think this year is around 28, 27 years, something like that, that I've been sort of helping people. And it's something that's very simple, but it's very profound. And I think it's changed everything. And that is that men can only heal what they are willing to say out loud. You cannot heal a wound by saying that it's not there. I had a conversation yesterday with somebody that just told me that their husband is not willing to admit, is not willing to confess, to say that there's a problem and what the problem is. So the problem persists. And obviously, the problem that is a problem to her is a solution to him. So it's very difficult. It's a solution because it's a plaster that's being stuck over an open sore festering wound. And I know saying the truth out loud is hard. Silence feels safer, it feels stronger. How we convince ourselves that we can manage it, we'll, we'll make it, we'll get through it. Typical South African mentality, and that the problems will fade away. Um, And that if you pray a bit harder and if you serve Jesus a bit longer and louder, if you perform a little bit better, if you make more money, if you're more successful, if you just stay busy enough, then it will just go away. And I've heard men in that frame of mind for years, year or 2 years, they just ignore it and then the problem comes back because it always does, doesn't it? But the truth is this, silence does not make the pain go away. It drives the pain in deeper. It just makes things grow in the dark. Because there's power in darkness. There's power in darkness, and every man has his own version of hiding. Some hide behind work, like I've just said. Other hides behind church and pretense, and some others hide behind a bottle of brandy or inside the bottle, I don't know where. And others hide behind a joke, joking and being the life of the party and being acceptable. Others hide behind success. Some hide behind anger, um, because it's easier to explode than what it is to be exposed. But here's the paradox. There's this paradox. The longer you hide away, the stronger the thing that you're hiding from becomes. You feed this monster with silence. I saw a quote yesterday from somebody that said, "The monster I created to protect my inner child is now so strong that I cannot live," or something like that. Let me just quickly read the quote for you. It says, "The monster I created to protect the kid inside me is hard to manage." That's a quote by Mark Maron. The monster I created to protect the kid inside me is hard to manage. How crazy is that quote? You feed this monster with silence. You feed this monster with shame. It eats shame. It eats silence. It grows stronger. And one day, this thing becomes the thing that runs your entire life without you even knowing it. You can't control what you conceal. But you can heal what you are willing to expose, to reveal. So that's why even Jesus kept calling people into the light. He didn't go looking for perfection. He wanted uh, honesty. He wanted truth. He went looking for honesty. So in John 4, he met the woman at the well. We spoke about this last week as well. This is sort of dwelling inside of me. And he said, "Go call your husband." And he knew that she didn't have a husband. Um, but he wasn't trying to shame her. He was giving her a doorway into truth. So call your husband. And in that specific moment in time, he's this not not his in this specific moment in time, this woman stopped hiding. and everything changed. Um, the miracle wasn't the conversation. The miracle was her confession, her admittance. Um, and the same pattern repeats in every single man that we have on this program story. God can redeem what has been broken, but He won't override what we have been pretending is not there. Heerlikheid, hoe sê mens hierdie mooier? God gaan nie hy gaan nie dit in jou reveal wat jy besig is om te verbeel is nie daar nie. He won't do that. And this is why this specific brotherhood exists, because exposing yourself, opening your heart, saying, I need help, takes courage, it takes strength. And courage takes, it multiplies in connection when many people are doing this at the same time. You can't confess into a void. Like I mean, people think I'm just going to sort my issues out. Ek kan liewe Jesus, ons twee saam gaan dit uitsorteer. En dan gaan sit jy daar in jou kamer, you go into your room and then you go, Here vergewe my. Hy vergewe jou. He will forgive you, but you can't confess into a void. It's like there's no one there. I hear it from pastors even, that when I confess to other people, it feels more real. It feels more tangible. You need ears that understand what you're going through. Not that Jesus doesn't have ears. Obviously, he has ears, but he's in the people around you as well. You need a team of brothers who've walked through the same fire and that won't run when things start burning. Yes. Oh, this is a hard message this morning. I'm just imagining like I'm speaking to a specific person. I pray that this message will reach that man's heart. And when a man speaks, something happens in his heart, in his spirit. There's a bond that happens, and darkness loses its territory. Shared brokenness builds stronger bonds than shared beliefs. I wish I could scream this out loud. I've watched many men confess things that they've carried for 20 years, 30 years, 27 years, and instantly they feel the weight that is dropped from their shoulders. Not because they fixed the thing, but because they stopped hiding it. I get it. I understand. I'm also a man, and I used to hide too. Today, I'm not afraid to tell the world that I'm sometimes battling with lust. It's challenging. It's hard. It's difficult. There's work that needs to go into it. And those that will pick up the first stone are the ones, those that are pointing the fingers and picking up the first stones are the ones that's hiding behind the doors themselves. Often the people that go, "Yeah, you help men with pornography addiction. You're battling with temptations. How can you do that? Like it's exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And where do you not battle with anything?" So, I hid behind leadership. I hid behind pretense. I hid behind that double life, the spotlight. I hate that space. Behind the need to look strong, behind performance. But you can't lead from behind a mask, and you can't heal from behind a lie. The moment I started speaking the truth, I realized exposure is not humiliation. It's liberation. It liberates you. So we step into, as we are heading towards December, I can feel it again. There's a pressure that's busy building. Men are starting to drift. They start numbing. They start hiding. But here's what I know is true for sure, and that is that the darkness of December can't hold what's been brought into the light. So say it, even if you just start practicing saying it into the void, expose it. I have a problem. I'm escaping into the drink, into the porn, into the what, into the work. Let it breathe in the light, because every time one man starts speaking the truth, it's like dominoes. Another person will find permission to do exactly the same thing. A man can only heal what he's willing to say out loud. And that's why we show up, and that's why we talk. And this is why I'm doing these conversations. That's why this brotherhood, this connected brothers space exists. Not because we're perfect, not because we are better than anyone else, but because we're done hiding. And I don't know what your thing is today and what secret, what shame, what silence you are carrying, what your story that you've buried is all about. But I do know this, and that is that God already knows it. He's just waiting for you to stop carrying it alone. Say it out loud, expose it, be a man, because freedom starts with the sound of your own voice, hearing you saying the things that you wouldn't have said out loud before. Thanks for listening to me today. I hope you have a fantastic day.